I was impressed because this man, I think, truly believes that the government is interfering too much in our lives. He doesn't disagree with some policies, but he thinks they should be handled on a state level. And I happen to agree with him. I happen to have worked for Barry Goldwater, and you read your history book about Goldwater.
I appreciate him coming, but I want him to deliver facts. I don't want him taking facts from Fox News or some other source that is not reliable. I find that to be insulting. I really do. I have tried to get an answer from him through his office and through a letter. I just want an answer. Is he still supporting the Mueller, the Barr report or the Mueller report? I watched him praise the Bill Barr's, whatever that you want to call it. It was a big lie. And I want to know if he's still supporting it, and I can't get an answer. I think I deserve an answer. I think everybody deserves an answer. So.
He declined to vote on the minimum wage. That ticked me off.
Why?
Well, 10 years, they never got a raise. 10 years, he did.
Does that impact your family? Does it impact your family?
One.
I think I was most flustered by how quickly they claimed the event sold out and how few people were here when it began. And actually, the duration of the town hall, there were many empty seats, and there were a lot of people who would have really appreciated the opportunity to be here and ask questions. I personally would have appreciated if the question I asked was actually read the way I wrote it, instead of half of the information being omitted. And it just doesn't feel like he was really making a concerted effort to reach all constituents the way he claims he was.
It was a long overdue for him to meet with constituents in a public forum. 2.5 years is way too long. I don't know that necessarily we really covered any new ground, or that he's done any more than just the party line. I will mildly say that I'm happy what he's doing for veterans, as my father served, and as a recipient of VA benefits. But yeah, I'm not particularly thrilled with Rep.
Pay back the student loans, which, by the way, were all taken over by the federal government in the last administration. Do you know who pays? Do you know who pays for the defaulted loan? Taxpayers pay for it, right? So my idea, it's not an easy, it's the risk, which means they look at their curriculums in that regard, and then they get a reduced interest rate. The student gets a reduced interest rate, which then encourages students to go to those institutions, encourages those students that go to those attacker should be housed with the survivor they just attacked. Do you believe that? I don't think, and I don't either. I will tell you this. I've been around domestic violence in my own family. I'm not going to take it any further than that. But putting the attacker with the person that just survived the attack, to me, is not the answer. And we're going to and if we're going to enshrine that in law, yes, it's in the law. It's in the bill. Not live. If you go to the counseling center or the detention center, right? If you're escaping violence and you go to the place. Yeah, the parts of the bill I support, among other things, are the fact that I got the FGM, some of the FGM legislation put in there. And I do support the funding for women's shelters and shelters for people that are dead. Well, I mean, I do think I addressed it, but again, just to reiterate, I think we have left part of the equation of responsibility and accountability, a portion of that equation out, and that, unfortunately, or fortunately, is the institutions of higher learning, which get to set the price and set the curriculum. And if students